because it's poetry.
Just quickly, I want to ask you, you talked a little bit about George.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
This is a beer.
Gonna get crazy up in here, yo.
We thought you were going to be about 40 people. We saw this amount, and we both requested alcohol.
Well, it's primarily Canadian, so they're fairly harmless.
You mentioned George R.R. Martin briefly. How much interaction do you have with him? How involved is he with the day-to-day and week-to-week of the show, and what's that like working with him?
We saw George early on, didn't we? He was kind of around in season 1.
And they told him to go away and start writing books 5 seasons. Yeah, he really was around a lot more during season 1. And
yeah, just like, this is great. We're like, can you write more stories?
we're catching up.
Does he like to talk to you about the characters? Did you talk with him a lot about the characters, or did you leave that more to the showrunners and to the writers?
You know, I kind of met George a few times over the last 3 years, and he's so, as you know, who've seen him speak, he's so cool, and he loves his characters, you know what I mean? Like he says, I know these guys inside out. I've lived with them for like 17 years, and I just like to listen when he speaks.
He'd be funny too. I've seen him in interviews be very, very funny.
He's funny, and he has a lot of power in his hands.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Jason Momoa. Belfast isn't the same without him.
There's more alcohol. I think it's just, we have so many great actors, interesting, diverse actors, and our crew is phenomenal. People work so fucking hard on the show, and it's just like this crazy, big, dysfunctional, joyous family. It really is, you know what I mean? You kind of think it's going to get to a point where you're like, this is getting old, and it just doesn't. It's really good fun. What you see is really us enjoying what we do.
And I love, there's constantly a new wash of great new characters coming in, so I think that keeps it fresh for all of us. Every day I get to set, there's sometimes a brand new actor, a major role, who I've never met. And, what?
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die very soon.
We're safe.
No, they didn't ask me back for season 4. Sorry. Sorry. You haven't read any of the scripts, have you? So that really keeps it fresh, as Lena was saying, you know. And they're amazing, you know, actors from England. Baby!
Who was a baby?
A baby was born during the Game of Thrones.
Definitely conceived.
Let's go down here and see the right side. Oh, there's someone way at the back. Oh, up on the left-hand side.
Oh, there's a microphone in the stands. Cool.
Hi, this question is for Ms. Headey. About 6 weeks ago,
oh my God, don't tell that story.
It's over between you guys. Just, come on.
Just get out.
Just get out. He's here. Give it a break, man.
About 6 weeks ago, on Global TV's morning show, Marina Sirtis, the actress best known for playing Deanna Troi on The Next Generation, she made the comment that it's very difficult for women actresses over the age of 40, particularly Caucasian women over the age of 40, to find work in Hollywood.
I'm not there yet.
Please don't hate me for asking. I'm just curious how, if in your career you found that kind of resistance, or if you found a way to overcome that kind of challenge.
I just heard 40. And then I wept burped inside. I didn't really hear. Were you saying is it difficult?
Yeah, her comment was just that it was difficult for women.
Old actresses.
Just a fine.
That's terrible.
That's what I'm gonna say. No, I mean, I just, you know what? I love working. It's a constant learning curve. I never feel like I've reached a point where I can sit back and go, well, I've done it. So it's
Botox.
Botox up in here. No, you know, I don't really think about it. I just think I've been doing it 20 years and I'm still employed, which is a miracle, even at nearly 40.
Well, we've seen you playing both, you know, heroic characters, Sarah Connor, and then villainous characters like on Game of Thrones and Mama and Judge Dredd. Do you have a preference? Do you like playing the goodies or the baddies?
I like a little baddie.
Down the floor.
Okay, I'm
40 and all that.
Do I have any intimate scenes?
Always on it.
It's just bizarre doing those scenes, and they're funny because, you know, you're pretending to do something and there's a guy with a microphone. Literally that far away from you. And, you know, the driver's talking about lunch, what they're gonna have for lunch. You know, so they're just strange. And they're the farthest thing from intimacy in the world. So it depends on who you're being fake intimate with too. Because when they're not into it, boy, is that fun. Because I'm usually really into it.
Has it been less strange for you now that Tyrion is basically monogamous with Shay and you're on the show a less prolific lover?
Ow.
Yeah, we're going steady. Which means far less. You know what I'm talking about.
You can go back down to the floor.
Hey, so Lena, now that it's over with that guy up there, do you have dinner plans?
Bachelor number 2. What's your favorite color?
Thought I'd ask. I can't say no, you're on the big screen. Okay, anyway. Okay, so out of any other characters that you guys haven't done, what characters would both of you like to do in the future, at any time, any dream character? Dinner's still open, Lena.
When you said do in Game of Thrones, you mean play, not do.
I think he means any character.
It's a family
like,
show.
Any.
I'd do Jon Snow. No.
I mean, characters from our show or any character in history.
Yeah, no.
Anything.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking I'd like to go back and do some characters that I've done with the knowledge, not do them, not
Better.
not do them, but do them better. Yes. That's what I thought that out loud.
Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette.
Well, on the topic of future characters, X-Men Days of Future Past.
X-Men Days of Future Past. Can you talk about it?
We don't know what your character is yet, at least in our research. Has it been announced? Can you say anything? Can you hint? Can you
Marie
tease?
Do I really have to bring my lawyers on stage? Guys!
It's okay, it's okay.
No, I can't obviously say a thing, but Bryan Singer, who's directing it, wrote an amazing script, is tweeting information, leaking a little bit here and there, so follow his tweets, and it's only up to him to provide information. The rest of us cannot.
Are you excited to see Peter in Days of Future Past?
We go back up to someone else up there now.
A couple weeks ago,
Not again.
Rob Lowe said on Twitter that The Americans are the greatest show on TV right now. I want to know how you guys feel about that.
What show?
The Americans?
Did you hear the question? He was saying that a couple of weeks ago, Rob Lowe said that The Americans is the greatest show on television. Did I get that right? So I've never heard of The Americans.
Me neither.
What's the question?
Well,
You want us to say, like, then he's never seen Game of Thrones?
Well, then he's never seen Game of Thrones!
on that front, yeah, Rob Lowe.
I've seen some things that Rob Lowe has done.
On that front, though, a Walking Dead panel is coming up right here in the corral just after.
That's
a lot
why
of,
you're here.
even some potential for crossover there with the White Walkers being a bit like the Undead and the Walking Dead there. Do you guys geek out over other TV series? Are there other shows that you are fans of?
Coronation Street.
Boring.
That's where I'm from. I grew up, I love it. And Breaking Bad, I love. And the Housewives.
Mob Wives. No, Breaking Bad is the greatest show on TV.
Go back down to the floor.
This is one's for Peter.
And to watch one of her biggest treasures in life jump on that ship is devastating to her. It was very serious. Sorry.
Well, can we stick on the topic of Joffrey, because he is a very talented actor as well. Very talented in making us hate him.
Joffrey!
But I understand he's actually quite a nice guy, Jack Leeson.
Jack is possibly the sweetest, smartest kid ever.
Really?
The first time I met him, I mean, he's older than he appears. He's very boyish looking. He was smoking a pipe. He was sitting on the steps to his trailer. Hello, Peter. How are you? It's like, I think I sought out his advice.
It's like Gandalf.
He's from Dublin. He's got the most beautiful Irish brogue, and so he does an impeccable British accent on the show, because he sounds nothing like Joffrey in person, and he certainly doesn't act like him. That's just a testament to how good he is as an actor.
The first time I met him, he had 2 left shoes on. I'm not joking. And I said, Jack, why? I've just noticed that you're wearing your... I went to the shop, and when I got home, I realized they were both left, and I just couldn't be bothered to go back there. And, he still had them on season 2. So, that tells you what kind of kid he is. He's awesome.
We'll go back to the floor.
Hi. While we're on the subject of Joffrey,
I just want to know, does he get what's coming to him at the end of the season? That is my son.
We should have divided this room up into the people who have read the books and the people who haven't read the books, and just watch you go at it.
Just be us on one side.
Or everybody but you has read the books. And me and Lena.
We'll go back to the doctor.
I just wanted to know, both of you, with all your years in the industry as professionals. Thank you very much. What is the most important lesson that you have learned in your course as professionals?
Sorry, you were talking about being professional, but...
Do we have a doctor in the house? Yeah? I don't know, but I love him.
What was the question?
I think it was the biggest professional lesson that you've learned. Is that it, Doctor?
Yes.
Tom Baker? Great.
Oh.
Professional.
He assumes we're professional.
I think never drunk tweet. That's what I've learned.
Don't find yourself in Justin Bieber's bus. Yeah, I think with the culture we live in today, the internet and web and things, and the Twitter and the Gabor and the blah blah, you know, I think part of the reason why Marlon Brando is who Marlon Brando was, why he was one of the, if probably, yes, to me, the greatest actor ever, because we didn't really know too much about him when he was younger, and that left it very mysterious, so we were able to get lost in his characters more. But nowadays it's a bit, there's so much knowledge of everybody's personal life that you sort of can't get lost in the characters they play. So my professional thing that I have is just to shut up and less is more.
Well said.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
For showing
so
up.